watching WBRE Eyewitness News at 6.
Parents are being warned tonight to throw out any cheap metal jewelry. The unusual advice comes from the head of the Consumer Product Safety Commission. Now, she suspects the jewelry may contain a toxic metal. Consumer investigator Jeff Jericho here with what parents need to know.
Hey, Drew, that metal is cadmium. It can cause permanent brain damage if a child ingests it by sucking or chewing on it. Officials now believe Chinese manufacturers are using cadmium instead of lead. It's leading the CPSC chief to take the rare step to warn against an entire category of products. This week, the Associated Press found cadmium in this bracelet and other metal accessories. Now, parents are being told, trash all cheap metal jewelry.
Certainly, if they had, discovered something that's going to hurt the kids, I'm sure that they should be taken away from their children.
Well, I think if anything harms the children, they need to get rid of it.
On Wednesday, CPSC Chief Inez Tenenbaum wrote, to prevent young children from being exposed to lead, cadmium, or any other hazardous heavy metal, take jewelry away.
This is unprecedented, in my opinion. I mean, they're not saying, here, we're going to recall certain items. They're not saying, look for items that have the cadmium in them. They're saying, presumptively, basically, get rid of all cheap metal jewelry.
Children's advocate attorney Michelle Quinn says chewing or sucking on pieces with cadmium could cause brain damage in children. Perhaps surprisingly, she says, cadmium is actually legal in jewelry.
There are regulations that address it in paint that goes on to the toys, but there is nothing that addresses it being in jewelry.
New York Senator Charles Schumer introduced a bill Wednesday to change that.
It will end the use of cadmium in jewelry and toys for children, whether it's made here or China or anywhere else.
Retailers like Big Lots are still allowed to sell this cheap metal jewelry because no recall has been issued. Just a warning. In fact, the I-Team bought a few pieces Thursday. They may not contain cadmium, but nonetheless are included in the CPSC's broad warning.
I think it's the high risk involved in this toxin that's got them so worried about it that they're saying overall just throw these trinkets away. It's not worth it.
Now, the pieces that were found to have cadmium were purchased at Walmart and Claire's. Both stores have removed the jewelry identified in the investigation. Now, I contacted both to respond to the CPSC's new warning, but neither would comment on it. For more information and to read the warning yourself, go to pahomepage.com, click on Consumer. I guess it's going to be difficult for those because there are a lot of stores that have a lot of cheap metal jewelry, and I doubt that any store is going to take it all off the shelf.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Why a warning and not a recall? Because they're everywhere, right?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out in the next couple days. I think there'll be a lot more coming in the days and weeks ahead.
Okay, thank you.